is inhuman.
You're talking to the rollers, wearing diamond rings, wearing kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine light, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. They call me Hot Rod. Everybody knows it. I don't have to say what I am, because I've done it. That's the difference between you and me. You talk about it, I do it.
You will know that your ass is mine, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Yeah! Thank you so much, Stanley Mac. And that's right, it's the Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling Show. It's a very special St. Patrick's and AEW Revolution spectacular. Stanley Mac. Tomorrow we will be walking on Sunday, March 6th. We will be walking on the Belmar St. Patrick's Parade, a parade that we dominate, but we haven't done in a couple years because of the pandemic there, but now we're back. You excited to be, because you are one of the stars of the parade, Stanley. You excited for this tomorrow?
I'm really excited.
How excited? Are you Coco Beware excited? Are you Hacksaw Jim Duggan excited? Or are you Andre the Giant excited?
Andre!
That means you're very excited. Very good. From now on, this is the new metric system. And from now on, in the world, you only are allowed to weigh and measure things by comparing them to wrestlers. So if you're looking to buy a car, and maybe you want it to be a big car, you go, well, I'm looking for more of like a King Kong Bundy thing. Like, I'm not looking for like a Spike Dudley type of car. I'm not looking for anything small. Okay? I ain't looking for a Hornswoggle. All right? I'm looking for a Big John stud. You understand? That means big. That means plenty of leg room. You understand me, Stan?
Yeah.
Now, Stan, before we get into our exciting action-packed, no-holds-barred episode today, I want to offer you a job, okay? You're 12 years old. It's time for you to get your first chore. And what I need you to do is start emptying all the garbage cans. And if you do that, you get $1 a week. You sign up for this job.
No.
In addition to... No? You're not going to empty the garbage cans for $1? It's the easiest job in the world.
Yes, if you give me 100.
I'm not giving you $100. So after you do the garbage cans, I need you to do something else for me, okay? My taxes. All right, I need you to get on TurboTax immediately. And here's a bunch of papers here. This is what's called a W-9. Okay, this is a W-2. All right, and you're just going to have to figure out the math, and you're just going to have to figure out the tax situation. Okay, can you do that for me, pal? Thank you very much. Now, Stanley, it's a big wrestling day, baby. It's a big wrestling weekend because we've got AEW Revolution on Sunday, March 6th. That's going to be extremely exciting. We're going to give you all our predictions and prognostications for AEW Revolution. But before we get into that, we like to some of our topics, some of the big topics in the world of wrestling. Stanley?
Well, actually, I actually have something I just thought of, and that is, we went to Batman today.
We did go into Batman. Thumbs up, thumbs down for Batman.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. You like the movie?
Yeah.
Now, topic number 1 with regards to wrestling. Vince McMahon The rumor was that he was going to get into the ring at WrestleMania and fight Pat McAfee. Now it looks like it might be Austin Theory fighting for Vince McMahon. What do you think about this, Stanley Mac?
I mean, it makes more sense because Vince can't really wrestle.
He can't wrestle. He's like 78 years old. And if Pat McAfee were to body slam Vince McMahon, there's a good chance that all of his bones would break like graham crackers, you know. Kind of like, you know, it would be like the guy at the end of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, he just turns to dust, you know, after like one body slam. I believe that's what would happen with Vince McMahon, don't you think?
Yeah.
So you think this is a wise decision for Vince to get Austin
Yeah.
Theory to do his wrestling for him? Okay, fair enough. Are you looking forward to WrestleMania this year?
I'm looking forward to two-night event, WrestleMania.
The championship belt, they finally doing what we've asked them to do for years. They obviously listen to the Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling Show. I know that they listen, they're obsessed with Eastside Dave. I know that for a fact because that's why they take so many of my ideas. Nevertheless, we've been begging for them for years and years and years. Please combine the belts, the championship belts, the tag team belts. It looks like they're going to be doing both.
Well, we don't even know if they're going to make it to WrestleMania. Maybe
who?
they lose tonight, Brock and Reigns.
Well, Roman's not fighting. I
He
know what
is-
you're talking
he
about.
is at-
He is in Madison Square Garden?
He said we're both fighting for
Oh,
a
wow.
belt.
Okay. They're going to make it. They're going to make it.
I know.
We won't give the prediction now. We'll save that for our WrestleMania episode. But just let me, just tell me, let me know if you like this Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar match where they're finally unifying the title.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Why? Thank God.
We've been wanting for this for so long, them to combine the belts.
I know. I am very excited for this. And the tag team belts, too. They're also doing it with the tag team belts. Comments?
Awesome.
Okay. Another topic. Jeff Hardy. Apparently, there was some YouTube guy who might have secretly, it may have been in secret without Jeff Hardy's permission. He may have recorded him, and Jeff Hardy wasn't even aware of it. Nevertheless, they were having some sort of conversation after one of Jeff Hardy's concerts there. And the guy asked him, and Jeff Hardy basically said, yes, I can't wait to get to AEW. I'm excited. Stanley, does this excite you? And how do you think they're going to bring Jeff Hardy in?
Maybe they just won't bring him in now.
No, they're going to bring him in. How do you think they're going to bring him in?
I don't know.
You don't think, will they bring him in as Matt Hardy's, will it be a Hardy Boy thing?
Yeah, I think that they're going to bring him in to be in the Hardys.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks for the analysis. You're really bringing a lot to the table right now. Could you give me something for crying out loud?
I said they'll put it to the Hardys.
Thanks. Next topic. Next one. All right, what was the next topic that we were going to talk about?
Cesaro.
Cesaro gets released from the WWE, long career. Give me your thoughts and opinions. And how about more than one sentence, please? Thanks. You are the co-host of this show.
I can't just say he's gone and
Can you stop doing your Roy Harder impression and giving me 4 words? And will you will you take your co-hosting responsibility seriously, for crying out loud? Co-host, you're supposed to be doing 50% of the talking. I feel like I've been doing 87% of the talking. You've been doing 13% of the talking. Actually, now since I've been doing more talking, it's been about 88% of the talking. You've been doing 12% of the talking. And now since I've been doing all this talking, it's really up to 89% of the talking, and now you're at 11% of the talking. And after that final sentence, it's really up to 90% of the talking, and you're at 10% of the talking. And because of that last one, it's at 91% of the talking, and now you're 9% of the talking. I would do 92% of the talking, and 9% of the talking.
I think this is just going to go on this whole day.
You're right. So, Cesaro getting released by the WWE. What do you think?
What a career.
What a career.
The greatest.
And now it's time. You know what we always say. After a long career in the WWE, what we do is we bury him alive in the backyard. And say, we don't need to see you anymore. You're done. So we should just get Cesaro and bury him alive in the backyard?
Yeah.
Oh, I was joking. You're aware you just admitted to murder live on the Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling Show, which is, by the way, nationally syndicated via B-Pod Studios. They're paying for this. They're paying for this. They're paying for this. They're paying. Beasley Media is paying for this nationally syndicated podcast. So you think Cesaro, he's not going to show up on AEW at all? You don't think that's a possibility?
Eddie Kingston said he won't.
Eddie Kingston said he won't?
Yeah.
He was Eddie Kingston's tag team partner on the independent levels.
Yeah.
So maybe that's Eddie Kingston then going, doing a little bit, trying to work us a little bit by saying that maybe Cesaro's going to be there.
It's true.
Yeah, Eddie Kingston was his tag team partner. I don't know why Eddie Kingston would say it's not. All right, listen. Any other topics before we get into our AEW Revolution?
Ring of Honor.
Oh, good one. AEW just purchased Ring of Honor. Thoughts and opinions about that, Stanley?
Well, WWE was just close to purchasing it.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
Great story. Thanks a lot. You remind me more and more of Roy Harder every day. And that you're a handsome, talented musician. Give yourself 2 points. 2 points. When you grow up, are you gonna have a beard? You think you'll have a facial hair? I'm curious as to.
Yes.
You do.
A mohawk.
A mohawk. Now, are you aware that mohawk is on the top of your head?
Yeah.
So it's not facial hair. That's just a hairstyle.
Yeah.
Okay. Facial hair would be like a mustache, a beard, a goatee. Any of that? Will you be doing that when you grow up?
Yeah, it would be a goatee.
You're gonna have a goatee like Stone Cold Steve
Yeah.
Austin? Yeah. Are you gonna shave your head? Or
No, it's gonna be a mohawk.
oh,
goatee
mohawk
combo.
you're gonna look like Zangief from Street Fighter 2 if you go with that look. That's a really, really obscure reference. But trust me, for the people Google imaging Zangief from Street Fighter 2 right now with the mohawk and the goatee, they're like, yes, exactly. In fact, give me 18 points and minus 1 point for you.
But why do I get
Minus what? Now, if I gotta explain why I'm giving you minus 1, it's gonna be minus 2.
But why?
Minus 2. Let's go on to AEW Revolution's prediction and
we are 2 days away from. Well, actually, with this Friday from 2K22.
That's a new wrestling video game, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
All right, this is a fair topic then. I like this as a topic. What is this? This is WWE 2K22.
And it will be better in 2K22.
This is the
guys,
brand new.
hopefully.
This is the brand new wrestling video game, the new WWE video game.
Yeah,
Can you be Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in it?
maybe.
No, I don't want it. If you can't be Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And here's the other guy I want to be. I want to be Georgie Animal Steel.
Not in the game.
And then I want to be able to press button C,
Please.
and then he starts eating the turnbuckle. That's what I want. And if that can't happen in the game, I'm not playing the game. Okay? I'm boycotting the game. By the way, let me say this. Peacock still stinks. The worst streaming service in the world. Why? Because we were watching, what were we watching, Stan? Ruthless Aggression 2, and all of a sudden, 15 minutes into it, it's like when it's supposed to go to commercial break, it just shuts down. AGT. We were watching America's Got Talent, but this has also happened with the WWE program. When it goes to commercial, it just shuts down. It just stops playing the show, and then you can't even play the show. Also, I'm a premium, like I'm the top of the line, number one, subscriber, so level. When you do that level, right, and you watch these WWE documentaries like Untold or something, why don't they just give you the entire thing without, every time it's like, when it's supposed to go to commercial break, it fades to black. But because you're a premium member, they don't play the commercial. So it fades to black and then it fades back in from black. But it stinks because ultimately it fades out like, a few seconds on each end. Does any of this make sense? No, it doesn't. Fine. I'm just going to stop complaining. Peacock, worst service in the world. And let me just, since we're on the gripe, since this is the gripe portion of the show, WWE, stop playing the fake audio. Stop piping in fake crowd noise. Again, it's really, really obvious. The other night, I'm watching Monday Night Raw. There was Edge in the ring. He was saying things. The noise was extremely loud, except for one thing. All of the people, all of them, behind Edge in the shot, no one was moving their mouths. No one was making any noise. No one was clapping. But when Edge brought up a certain point, the WWE piped in, the crowd going bonkers, like, yeah! Woo! Yeah! And then, however, you look simply behind Edge, and no one's moving a muscle. I saw one guy yawning. The WWE needs to stop piping in fake audio. Fake, phony audio. It stinks. It sounds bad. It looks bad. It makes a live action show like SmackDown or Raw look like one of the video games. That's why I'm saying it. You brought up the video game. This fake crowd noise that they're playing, even though there's people in the arena, it makes it sound and look fake, like a video game. Maybe the WWE, for one time in their life, stop putting your head in the sand. Stop burying your head in the sand because you know that no one's making noise during some of these segments. And you're embarrassed by it. And you realize it looks terrible. This isn't what you do. You don't fake audio because the fans, the audience at home can see that. What you do is make the segment better. If your segments are so boring and lame that no one in the audience is making a sound, making a muscle, doing a chant or clapping, it means your segments and your promos stink. Improve those things, not the fake audio. Don't start faking audio and piping in fake, phony, awful audio. Fix the promos. That's the problem. In the WWE, the quality is the pits right now. It's awful. Fix it. You have Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman doing amazing work. Brock Lesnar's doing amazing work. Bobby Lashley's on the run of his career. No one saw this one coming. Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens are still great. Randy Orton is still great. Too bad he's, saddled with that imbecile Riddle. But still, Randy Orton's great. You have so many great guys. Stop with the fake audio. And if you have to fake audio, shouldn't that tell you something? Your segments and your storylines aren't working, jerks. The WWE, the biggest thing that they love doing is surrounding themselves with one awful yes person after another. And all of these yes people who simply kiss the WWE's big fat fanny, all of them have contributed to a product that is off the rails at best and headed straight to the sewer at worst. Within 5 years, there will be no more WWE. And when that happens, remember who said it here first. I predicted a lot of stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Eventually, someone's going to start listening to the Dave Man and say, hey, man, he's right about a lot of stuff. Make a lot of predictions, and I get them all right. I'm sorry. Did I go off on a tangent? Would you want to?
Yeah, I haven't said anything in the past 6 minutes.
I apologize.
Just haven't.
Why don't you go off on a tangent? I'm sorry, but that bothers me. The fake audio, the fake, phony, insulting audio. It's insulting to treat the audience like a bunch of stupid morons. That's how they're treating us when they fake the audio. Sorry, Stan. Go ahead.
I could go on one about WWE 2K20 all day.
Go ahead.
The game was boring.
That's the video game?
Yeah.
Go for it.
That
Let's
game
go.
was boring. I like sometimes you would just walk out to the lane and then the pyro went everywhere. That was like 2K20 and it was like the game is so glitchy. The online thing never worked.
Let me ask you a question, okay? What's going on? Oh, and the you in this is Vince McMahon. What's going on? Are you selling the company or what's going on? Why is the quality of everything deteriorating at such a rapid level? I'm talking about the presentation of the show. It stinks. The fake audio is horrendous. This kid's talking about the video game. The video games are bad now. That's what you're telling me?
Yeah, and they used to be awesome when they added to there.
So what? The streaming service is terrible. The WWE Network 4 years ago was amazing. They don't produce new documentaries anymore. Anyone wonder why? Because they're cheap. The WWE is content to put out a bad product because they are taking advantage of their customers and their audience. They realize that WWE lifers are not going to leave the company. We'll save money on giving people a crappy product. That's what's happening. And it's infuriating. It really is. Screw it. I'm done talking about him right now for this episode. I'm done. Let's do AEW Revolution and get the heck out of here. I'm enjoying being with you. Thank you very much for that. You know what this young man just did? He saw his dad was in distress and he put his arm over his dad's shoulders.
In distress about WWE.
It's sad. It's sad that the 12-year-old son has to comfort the father about this wrestling. The wrestling is making me lose my mind. And I thank you for giving me comfort. You acting like the mature person and me losing my mind over this. I can't tell you how much fake audio insults me because I feel like they think they're getting away with it and that they think that I'm just a big, stupid doofus who doesn't know. We all know when Edge is giving a promo and there's 50 people in the camera shot behind him and every single one of their mouths are closed, it makes no sense for the audio to be
I don't know if you to work, but I could tell there was fake audio, and also I noticed that they weren't even showing. What they were doing is that they had a super close-up on the wrestler because they weren't even trying to.
That's their new thing. Now, to fake the audio, they get a mega close-up of the guy. So his entire screen, his entire face is covering the screen so that they can fake the audio. I love that move. Don't think I didn't see that either. Good pickup, Stan. Give yourself 2 points. Give me 14 points. All right, let's get into AEW Revolution. Very excited for this. This is going to be a great show. I got to tell you one thing right now. AEW doesn't insult me. Right now, I like AEW more because they don't insult me. They're not insulting to me.
They're not insulting.
They don't treat me like a jerk. WWE treats their audience like jerks. Let's be honest. Unless you're 4 years old or under, you're a jerk in the WWE's eyes. You're just going to give them money. You're never going to leave. You're always going to support them. So they don't care about quality because you are a jerk for supporting them. That's the way at least I feel. And I've supported the WWE since 1984. And this is the first time in however many years that is that I feel like a jerk. Let's go on to AEW Revolution. Now, Stanley Mac, the buy-in pre-show match. I wasn't necessarily going to do this, except Hook The buy-in pre-show matches, Hook versus QT Marshall. Hook, Taz's son, has been tearing it up, making a name for himself. What do you think?
Hook's gonna win.
Yeah, the Hook is going to destroy QT Marshall, right?
Yeah.
All right, nice and easy. All right, let's go to this. A 6-man tag team match, 3-on-3. Andrade El Idolo, Matt Hardy, and Isaiah Cassidy versus Darby Allin, Sting, and Sammy Guevara. How about that for a 3-on-3 match, Stanley Mac? What do you got?
What's the match again?
Andrade, Matt Hardy, Isaiah Cassidy versus Darby Allin, Sting, and Sammy Guevara.
What? And it's gonna be about to be Sting and Sammy Guevara. However, Jeff Hardy comes out. And Matt Hardy.
Not a bad prediction. You're thinking
win.
Jeff Hardy? All right, so who do you think is going to win? Darby?
Matt, because of that.
Oh, you think Jeff is going to help me? All right, I like your prediction. I'm going to go a little bit opposite. I'm going to say Darby Allin, Sting, and Sammy Guevara win. And I'm going to say Matt gets upset because of it, and he loses his mind, and that's when Jeff comes out and says, Matt, don't get upset. I'm here. Everything's going to be okay. All right?
Yeah.
That's my prediction. Next one. Stanley, we got a women's match. The TBS Championship on the line when Jade Cargill, your women's TBS champion, faces Ty Conti.
I mean, Jade Cargill's been like a quiet star for AEW, pretty much.
She's been a powerhouse. She has been a dominant powerhouse. That's what she absolutely has. Who do you like?
Jade Cargill.
Think Jade Cargill retains?
Yeah.
Ty Conti's got her popularity. She's got her fans. Ultimately, I agree. Jade Cargill retains this championship. She's doing too much right now. Let's go for the AEW World Tag Team Championship triple threat, where Jurassic Express takes on Red Dragon. That's O'Reilly and Fish, and the Young Bucks. So we're talking about Jurassic Express, obviously that's Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. Red Dragon is Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and then the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson. Stanley, who do you like?
It's actually like a very, I could see all three of these teams winning. I could.
Jurassic Express is your champions right now. Who do you think? Do you think they'll retain?
I'm gonna say Jurassic Express wins.
Wow.
It's so close.
Stanley, I love your prediction. Too bad it's incorrect. I think Red Dragon, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly. You knew it. You knew it. Give yourself 4 points for being able to read my mind. Apparently, you're psychic. You have telepathic powers. Give myself 6 points, though, for being able to diagnose you as some sort of supernatural psychic.
How do you get that 6 points?
Give myself 4 points for not revealing how I got the 6 points. Sticking to my guns. That gives me another 2 points. Next match. All right, Stan. This could be good. The Face of the Revolution ladder match. Whoever wins this gets a title shot. Keith Lee, Wardlow, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, Orange Cassidy, and maybe one more contestant to be determined. Who do you like, brother?
I mean, it could still be Jeff. It could
be Jeff Hardy. Maybe comes out for the ladder match. That's not a bad thought. He's very synonymous with ladders. I sort of like that.
But since I made all of these predictions of how he's going to return,
yeah,
I can't do that.
All right, so
I'll
who you
go
like?
with Keith Lee.
I think that's a smart. I think that's a good prediction.
Although whoever the versus is probably going to win the match. I bet.
I think. I just had an amazing idea, and this is think about this for a second. A surprise, Jeff Hardy, he comes out for this match, and here's the thing I was thinking about. Jeff Hardy is synonymous with ladder matches. Think of all the things he's done with the ladder. So I haven't heard it anywhere. I haven't seen this anywhere online, or haven't heard it. So this is a totally original, unique theory of mine.
Minus 4 points for you for having Jeff Hardy return twice.
Well.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. Nevertheless, Jeff Hardy returns and wins that match. Next one. All right, Stan. Bryan Danielson versus Jon Moxley. Who do you like? They're thinking of teaming up, but before they team up, they got to have a match. Before we team up, we got to bleed out. Or something to that effect.
Jon Moxley will win.
Jon Moxley will win. Wow.
It's not an upset.
That's amazing.
It's not.
Totally wrong. Totally wrong. Bryan Danielson wins this match. Totally wrong. I apologize at home for my son, Stanley Mac, with that prediction. That was an embarrassing prediction. Be honest. To all the people at home, raise your hand if you think that was an embarrassing prediction. Hold on, I'm counting. 1, 2. Look at this. 4. Arms are raised. 8. I see you. You got your arm raised. That's 12. All the people listening to our podcast right now, raising their arms.
See them.
Yes, I can. I got access to all of their computers and phones. They don't realize I'm secretly watching them. I've had secret surveillance on them for the previous 72 hours. All these dopes don't understand. As soon as you listen to the podcast, I'm immediately spying on you.
Wait,
Once you click download and play on our podcast, boom, that's a green light for me to instantly have secret surveillance on you.
Dad, listen to
Congratulations.
Dad,
I'm watching everything you do.
You're telling them what you do.
Shh. Don't let them in on it. All right, next one. Stanley Mac. This next match, big time match here. AEW Women's World Championship. Britt Baker, your AEW Women's World Champion, versus Thunder Rosa. The two of these had a classic match. Yeah. No holds barred, no DQ type of lights out, as they say, match. Might have been the thing that pushed Britt Baker into being the number one star of AEW. After that match, she was bleeding all over the place, and people thought that could have been her moment. Who do you like here, Stan?
I'm going with DMD, Dr. Britt Baker, still the champ. And so far, no title changes for me.
And that's why you are wrong about this one. I love Britt Baker, but Thunder Rosa is going to win this match. Thunder Rosa is going to upset Britt Baker. This is going to be the big upset in AEW. I'm telling you, straight up. Thunder Rosa wins this match. Next one. All right, Mac. The match everyone's talking about. Should we do the Punk MJF first, or should we do the AEW Championship match?
We still haven't done Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston.
All right, let's do that one. Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston. Straight up singles match. Eddie Kingston doesn't like how Chris Jericho's been treating his friends Santana and Ortiz. Chris Jericho doesn't like the fact that Eddie Kingston is trying to break up the inner circle. Who's right? Who's wrong? Who's going to win, Stan?
I think that this is going to be, I'm calling it the match of the night.
Match of the night. Wow, nice.
And Eddie Kingston wins.
This time you finally got something correct for a change. Good job. Eddie Kingston will indeed win this match. Next one, let's get back to the let's go with the CM Punk MJF match. All right. Dog collar match. Bitter feud. They fought once before. MJF won. He gave CM Punk his first loss in AEW, though it was by controversial fashion. First, he put he had the taped CM Punk. He choked him with tape, and then he put on his pinky ring and he punched CM Punk with the gold and silver pinky ring. Stan, who do you like in this match?
I believe it's about to be MJF's gonna be hitting Punk with the chain. It's gonna be about to be elbow, and then bam, in comes Wardlow, turning on MJF.
Oh, and so Wardlow beats up MJF and Punk wins?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, I'm going to give you something shocking here. I think they're going to go for a third match. And I think MJF is going to win this.
What do you mean a third match?
I think that we have not seen the end. I think MJF is going to win this by more cheating methods, and that'll get Punk to get one final match versus MJF, and that's when Punk will win. So I'm going with MJF on this one. I know it's controversial. All right, next one and final match of the night, the main event, the AEW World Championship. It's Hangman Adam Page, your AEW World Champion, versus Adam Cole.
The winner of this match will be Adam Cole, baby.
Whoa!
New champion.
Whoa! That's surprising. And for what reason?
Hangman has had the belt for 5 months.
Okay. Wow. All right. Stan, I don't think you're right. I think you're wrong. I think Hangman Adam Page, his run will continue. His reign has not ended. His reign will go on. Adam Page will win and retain the AEW World Championship. And that's it for AEW Revolution. Anything else? Any final words before we leave?
Not really.
Nothing?
Nothing.
How about the fact that tomorrow is the Belmar Lake Como St. Patrick's Parade? And we're going to be on the float representing WRAT 95.9 FM. We're going to be representing the WRAT float, waving to people, saying Slancha. You know what that means?
What?
Good health. Give yourself -8 points for not knowing that, and give me +8.
The points is...
-2!
Did that take away my -8?
+1. Let's do rapid fire real quick. What do you prefer, bananas or grapes?
Bananas.
George the Animal Steel or Ricky the Dragon Steamboat?
Georgia was the
Socks or shoes?
Shoes.
Dogs or falcons?
Falcons.
Graham crackers or Twinkies?
Twinkies.
Trees or mountains?
Mountains.
Rivers or volcanoes?
Volcanoes.
Aliens or Wookiees?
Wookiees.
Aliens are Wookiees, and Wookiees are aliens. You, it was a trick question. A Wookiee's an alien, and you thought a Wookiee was an Earthling?
Wookiees are not an alien. They're not an Earthling either.
That'll do it for us, the Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling Show. The entire object of this episode was to get Stanley to mess up the definition of a Wookiee. And now that I've done that, I can say good night, everybody. Have a great AEW Revolution and have a great St. Patrick's season. We'll be back a few weeks from now for our huge WrestleMania preview episode. Until then, I'm Eastside Dave. That's Stanley Mac. Stanley, say goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Good night.